This is Carl from National RV Detroit. I'm going to show you through your 2010 Sprinter 26BH. Okay, I'm here on the door side of the trailer, moving towards the rear. You have crank scissor type stabilizer jacks, one in each corner. They use a crank or a 3/4 inch socket on a drill. Alright, this is the exterior of your water heater. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this water heater is a gas model. It works on gas. The switch to operate is inside. You've got a manual awning. The best way to learn the awning is go on YouTube this looks like a Dometic A&E. So go to Dometic A&E manual awning, and you'll get good directions on how to do it. It's very simple. This is the outside service panel for your refrigerator. You don't really have to go in there. It's just for service. This is the vent for your furnace. You've got some 110 AC power. That is a vent for your range hood. That's over your stove. You want to, if you're going to run the range hood vent or run the range hood fan, you're going to want to vent it. So there's a tab in each corner there. You would just release the baffle and let it flap freely. But if you're not using the range hood fan, then you should just keep it shut, basically. Okay. All right. Let's move forward here. You're going to get a centerline hitch with this. We'll explain how to use the centerline hitch when you pick up your trailer. It's a weight distribution hitch with a built-in sway controller. Also, to refresh yourself, you can go to Husky Centerline and look at their operation videos also, which will you can always use it, do it on your phone when you're, in case you have to refresh your memory. You can always use that to get information. You've got a deep cycle marine battery, two 30-pound LP tanks. This is your LP regulator. You switch back and forth like so to draw from the tank you want. Alright, and there's just a crank tongue jack on it. Alright. Okay, so there's two ways you can get water in this trailer. The most common way is through city water hookup. So right here, you'll just hook your hose up from the campground, or just a regular your water hose. You hook it on there. It's got a regular garden hose type fitting. It's just like a garden hose. It just has different lining in it, so it doesn't taste like a garden hose. But you'll hook that up, and you'll be all set. It just pressurizes your trailer. You're ready to go. Now, occasionally you'll go someplace where there is not city water, like an older state park or some of the state forests or wherever. So you do have an onboard tank. So you can fill this onboard tank right here, and then there's a water pump inside that runs on 12 volts that you can pressurize the trailer with. So even if you don't have city water, you still can use all the plumbing features on here, the sinks and shower and toilet, that sort of thing. Okay, now you've got two different dump valves here. Two different positions for them. You got one right here in front of the off-door side tires. Okay, right there. That appears to be a black tank, so that would be your toilet tank. Toilet waste and water. Okay. Basically, you just hook the hose onto here, and then you just pull the gate valve out, and it'll dump. That's all there is to it. Back here. Okay. So I'm going to have to refresh what I told you here. So the one that's up there that I just showed you is actually a galley tank, which is a gray water tank. They sometimes refer to it as a galley tank, okay? This is your black tank, your toilet water and toilet waste valve. This is another gray tank valve. This is for city water and, I'm sorry, I'm back on. Stated that wrong. This is for shower and sink water. And this is for toilet water and waste. You always dump the black first. You put the hose on here, put it at the other end of the dump station. You dump the black first and then jump the gray because it's cleaner water than the black water. It'll help to rinse it out a bit, okay? All right. Okay, that is just cable through to the entertainment area of the trailer in case you have campground cable. You want to inspect your roof 2 or 3 times a year. 3 times is better. Make sure there's no seals broken. There's no cracking or separation. So it's very important to go up there and to check your seals. All right, let's move inside. Okay, first thing we'll do is send the slide room out. There's the switch is right here. And there it goes. So you just hold the button while it goes out. The slide out runs off of 12 volts, so as long as you got a good charge on your battery, you can, if you're at a rest area or something, you can always slide it out. Some of them don't allow it, but you can, many do. So as soon as you hear that ratcheting sound, you take your finger off the button. That'll happen when bringing it in and out. Okay? Alrighty. So, this range, you're just going to light with a lighter. You just turn it on and light it. Now for each burner. The oven itself, you have to light also with, use a grill lighter because it's got a long neck on it. You can see it below the shelf, all the way in the back, there's a pilot light. So what you'll do is you'll come up here, you'll go to pilot, you depress it and hold it. You keep holding it, then you will light the pilot light. After the pilot light lights, you're still holding this for another 10 seconds or so. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you want, and it'll cycle through like a normal oven. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously in the oven, and also the pilot light will go out too. So you have to relight the pilot light every time you use the oven. Okay. This is a gas absorption refrigerator by Dometic. So, because it's gas absorption, it'll run on 110 AC, regular household current, or it'll run on LP gas. The controls are right here. There's only two controls, on and off. So you would turn it on, right? And then you select your source. Auto means electric. So right there you would select electricity. The reason they call it auto is if you're let's say you're running on campground power and you have a power outage, it'll automatically switch over to gas so you don't spoil your food. If you want to pull it down the road just on gas, you can just go like that. It'll light on gas. If this check light comes on, it means it faulted. It didn't light. If that ever happens, it just means the gas didn't work its way through the system far enough. You just shut it off, turn it on again, and it'll cycle through again. Okay. The only other thing to know is, okay, this is your thermistor right here. Hold on one second here. They didn't put it in the clip here yet here. Let's see if I can do it with one hand while I'm holding the phone here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, just hold on one second. I'm going to set the phone down. Okay. All right. So the thermistor now is in the clip that holds it there. So the higher you go with that, the cooler it gets. You're just basically going to have it up as high as it goes, and that's how generally how people will operate it. Okay? All right. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is the range hood I was telling you about. Remember about opening the baffle on the outside if you're going to use it. This is how you check your levels. You just push these buttons. First of all, to light the water heater on gas, you're going to do that, right? Now always make sure that there's water in the water heater before you light it. If you need to use the pump for onboard water, you go like that. And to check your battery is like that. And basically, gray tank, galley tank, you go through all the different tanks and it'll tell you how full it is. They graduate up in 1/3 increments. These LEDs will light up as it fills, okay? This is your power converter. It converts 110 AC down to 12 volt DC. You can see this side is regular household circuit breakers and they're labeled. Some appliances have to have AC power, like a microwave or the air conditioner. Then the power is converted down to 12 volt DC on this side. You see you got automotive fuses here, 12 volt DC, and they're all labeled. If any one of them blows, there's an LED in there, you can sort of see it, a red LED. They'll actually light up and you'll see it through this plastic, so you'll know. This is also a battery charger, so it'll keep your battery charged as long as you're plugged into shore power, into their campground power, okay? Alright. Remember that when you winterize this trailer in the fall, you have to bypass the water heater. There's valves on the back of it. You'll have to educate yourself a bit on that or have it done, but it's necessary to do. That GFCI, all the plugs in the trailer will be wired through that one, so if you're using a coffee pot outside and it pops, that's where you're going to reset it. Sink works like any other sink. The shower works like any other shower. The toilet is a Thetford, and it's got that is how you flush it. You'll pull this forward, right? So basically when you pull it forward, the trap opens and flushes it. So when you get to the campground, you can't use this toilet dry. So when you get to the campground, you pull into your lot, you hook up the water, you hook up your power, then you're going to take your chemical, whichever chemical you use. There's powder, there's liquids, there's pre-measured packets, all kinds. But you'll put a dose right in there, and then you'll pull this forward, and as you flush it, it'll fill the tank, or water will swirl out anyway. Actually, it swirls this way. So you're going to put about a gallon of water in the tank. The bottom line is you can't use the black tank, the toilet with the black tank dry, so you want to have some chemical and some water in it to start off with. Now if you're going to stay on the same campsite and you filled it up and you dumped it and you're staying on the same campsite, and you come back in here and repeat that procedure. Alright? Also, you notice that it only puts a little bit of water in there when you flush it. So if you just pull this lever up a little bit before the trap opens, it'll turn on the valve, and you can fill it up as high as you want before you use it. But you have to do that each time before you use it, okay? You also have a vent up here, a fan. You want to run the fan with the shower, because it gets very humid, obviously, and you want to pull the humidity out. Now this table, you can pull the two legs out and just pull loose. You set the tabletop on these cleats here, and then use the back cushions to fill in the space, and you got a bed. This is a jackknife sofa, so you just grab it down here and you jackknife it flat, and you get another bed there. This is your thermostat. Try to always leave it on auto. Heat is to the right. Fan is the air conditioner running without the compressor. It just circulates air. And then cool is the full air conditioner running. Alright? So keep in mind that basically the fan is just going to circulate air. I guess that's I already touched that. But also remember to change, if you're trying to get your air conditioner running, you're going to turn it down. Obviously if you want the heat going, you're going to turn it up. It's pretty obvious, but some people do seem to forget that. So, alright, you have just a basic unit. It plays DVDs and CDs and an AM/FM radio. Alright, this is your packet with your manuals in it from the original owners. A swing out bracket for your TV. Okay, you get another TV here. It swings up and locks, it looks like. Okay, and let's see where this escape window is. It's right here. So let's pull up the blind here if I can find a cord on it. Okay, well, I guess it's easier said than done, huh? Now I've gone and done it. Let me pull that off. Well, I don't know. Oh, I see. This one this one actually just works manually. You pull it up and down. See, you learn something every day. Okay. Anyway, to what I was getting at, this is the escape window. So you're going to go like this. You're going to push it through. Hold on one second here. I got to get it to unlock. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Back again. Sorry. So you'll put it on in here. You can use it for ventilation. But if you push this all the way through and pull out the screen out with this tab, you can always escape that away. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me walk around the trailer. I think we've pretty much covered everything. There is a LP detector in here. Oh, right over here. This is your LP detector. If you have an LP leak, it'll go off. So if that happens, you go outside, shut off the tanks and figure out what's going on. Your smoke detector's up here. Okay. I think we've covered it. Now you can always call us with questions. You can always find online videos. There's an online video for every appliance in here. You just have to know the brand and the model and model number. And you just type it in your search engine and you'll come up with all the information you need. And I guess that about covers it. So thanks for purchasing your trailer from National RV Detroit, and goodbye.